distance changes people. They said miles make hearts grow apart. They said love can't survive unanswered calls. Different time zones, lonely nights, and empty spaces. Maybe they've seen love disappear, but they've never seen us. Because what we have was never measured in kilometers. It was measured in loyalty, in patience, in trust, and in the quiet promise that no matter how far apart we were always walking toward each other. 'Cause even distance couldn't stop this love. There were days when all I wanted was to see you, not through a screen, not through photographs, not through memories. I wanted to hear your laughter echo beside me, to hold your hand without counting the days until goodbye, to steal one more hug before the morning came. Distance has a way of making the smallest moments feel priceless. A simple good morning, a random voice note, a late night video call, a message that says, I'm thinking about you. Those little things became everything, and somehow they carried us through the hardest days. Oh, love isn't tested when two people are together. It's tested when they're apart and still choose each other every single day. There were nights I looked at the moon, knowing you were looking at the same sky. Somehow that brought me comfort, because while oceans, highways, and cities stood between us, the stars belong to both of us. I counted sunsets, you counted sunrises, yet our hearts always seemed to meet somewhere in the middle. I realized something beautiful. Distance could separate our hands, but it never separated our hearts, not even for a moment. Even distance couldn't stop this love. Not the silence, not the waiting, not the lonely evenings, not the endless miles. Oh, even distance couldn't stop this love, 'cause real love doesn't fade with space. It grows stronger every time two hearts choose each other, despite it. Goodbyes were never easy. Every farewell carried tears we tried not to show. Every airport, every bus station, every train platform felt like another lesson in patience. But every goodbye carried a hidden promise. I'll see you again. That promise became our strength. It reminded us that distance was temporary, but what we were building was forever. And forever is always worth waiting for. People often asked, how do you make it work? The answer was never complicated. We chose honesty over doubt, communication over silence, faith over fear, love over convenience. Every single day, we didn't survive because distance was easy. We survived because losing each other was never an option. And then came the day we've been dreaming about. The waiting ended, the countdown reached zero. No more home, just you standing in front of me, closer than every dream I'd ever imagined. And in that moment, every lonely night became worth it. Every tear, every goodbye, every mile, it all led to one beautiful hello. Even distance, oh, couldn't stop this love. 'Cause love like ours doesn't depend on geography. It depends on commitment, it depends on faith. It depends on two hearts refusing to let go. Even distance couldn't stop this love. It only proves how real it truly was. Because if love can't survive the miles, it can survive anything. So if anyone ever tells you that distance destroys love, tell them about us. Tell them about the calls that lasted until sunrise, the messages that carried hugs across oceans, the prayers whispered before sleep, the dreams we refused to give up on. Tell them that love isn't measured by how close two people stand. It's measured by how tightly two hearts remain connected, even when the world keeps them apart. Because real love doesn't count the miles, it counts the moments, the promises, the sacrifices, and the unwavering decision to stay through every sunrise. Then no matter how far apart we were, we were always walking toward each other. Because even distance couldn't stop this love. There were days when all I wanted was to see you, not through a screen, not through photographs, not through memories. I wanted to hear your laughter echo beside me, to hold your hand without counting the days until goodbye, to steal one more hug before the morning came. Distance has a way of making the smallest moments feel priceless. A simple good morning, a random voice. You know, before you came into my life, everything was predictable. I woke up, went through my day, made my plans, checked every box. Life was peaceful, comfortable, safe. Then you happened, and suddenly nothing went according to plan anymore. My heart started racing for no reason. I smiled at random moments. I caught myself staring into space, thinking about you. And somehow I didn't mind losing control. Because if this is what love feels like, then you're my favorite kind of trouble. You distract me in the best possible way. I'll be working, and suddenly I'm wondering if you've eaten today. I'll hear a song, and somehow it reminds me of your laugh. I'll walk past a place we've never even been, and imagine what it would be like if we went there together. You occupy my thoughts so effortlessly. Not because I try to think about you, but because my heart does it without asking for permission. And honestly, I don't want it to stop. Funny how one person can interrupt your entire life and somehow make everything better. I used to have rules: don't fall too fast, don't get too attached, don't let anyone become your weakness. I followed them faithfully until I met you. You broke every rule without even trying. Now I answer your messages before anyone else's. I smile when your name appears on my phone. I replay our conversations in my head, and somehow the walls I spent years building disappeared the moment you walked in. You never asked me to lower them. Your kindness simply made them unnecessary. You're my favorite kind of trouble, the kind that steals my attention, the kind that turns ordinary days into unforgettable memories, the kind that makes my heart forget how to behave. You're my favorite kind of trouble, because loving you may have complicated my life, but it also made it infinitely more beautiful. You make me laugh when I'm trying to be serious. You make me lose my train of thought with one smile. You make 5-minute conversations last for hours. You make simple goodbyes feel too short. You have this incredible way of turning the smallest moments into stories I'll remember forever. That's your magic. You don't create chaos, you create joy disguised as chaos. And I hope you never stop. If someone asked me what changed after I met you, I'd tell them everything. Not because the world became different, but because I became different. I became more hopeful, more patient, more willing to believe in forever. You taught me that the best surprises are the ones we never see coming, and the greatest adventures begin with one unexpected hello. Years from now, I hope you're still interrupting my thoughts, still making me laugh when I should be concentrating, still convincing me to take spontaneous drives just to watch the sunsets, still teasing me with that smile that somehow gets more beautiful every day. Because I don't want a perfectly organized life, I want a wonderfully imperfect one, filled with your laughter, your dreams, your endless ability to make my heart skip a beat. You're my favorite kind, yeah, of the trouble, the kind that chews over a quiet life every single time, the kind that makes love feel exciting without ever feeling unsafe, the kind that reminds me happiness isn't always found in perfect plans. Sometimes it's found in the person who changes every plan you ever made. You're my favorite kind, and if loving you means my heart never behaves again, then I hope it never learns how. So here's my confession. You interrupted my routine, you distracted my thoughts, you rewrote my future, you completely turned my world upside down, and somehow everything finally landed exactly where it belonged. Because before you, life was predictable. After you, life became unforgettable. Thank you for every unexpected laugh, every spontaneous adventure, every beautiful interruption. If this is the trouble you bring, then I hope I never find my way out. Because out of all the adventures life could have offered me, you will always be my favorite one. And forever, you'll be my favorite kind of trouble. You'll be my favorite kind of trouble. People ask me what I look forward to the most. A new opportunity, a brighter future, a dream finally coming true. And while those things matter, they aren't my answer anymore. Because somewhere along the way, my greatest reason to look forward to tomorrow became you. Not because every day is perfect, but because every new day is another chance to love you. Another chance to hear you laugh, another chance to make another memory. And honestly, that's more than enough for me. Because the best part of tomorrow is you. Oh. There was a time when tomorrow felt uncertain, just another day waiting to happen, another page that looked exactly like the one before. But then you came into my life, and suddenly tomorrow became exciting. Not because I knew what would happen, but because I knew I'd get to spend another day with you. It's funny how love changes your perspective. The sunrise shines a little brighter, the coffee tastes a little sweeter, even the busiest days seem lighter. Not because life became easier, but because I finally had someone worth sharing it with. Oh, I used to count the days, now I treasure them, because every day with you is another reminder that love can turn ordinary moments into unforgettable memories. When I think about the future, I don't picture expensive houses or perfect vacations or lives without problems. I picture us cooking dinner while dancing around the kitchen, taking long walks with no destination, laughing over stories we've told 100 times before, watching sunsets from the same porch years from now, holding hands without needing a reason. That's the future I dream about, not because it's extraordinary, but because it's with you. And somehow that makes it extraordinary. The best part of tomorrow is you, the smile I wake up hoping to see, the voice that makes every burden feel lighter, the heart that reminds me I'm never alone. The best part of tomorrow is you, because every sunrise feels like a promise that love still has another beautiful day to write. I know life won't always be gentle. There will be seasons that test us, dreams that take longer than expected, storms we never saw coming. But I also know this, as long as you're beside me, I'll never face them alone. We'll celebrate every victory together, we'll carry every burden together, we'll build a lifetime from moments that others might overlook, because forever isn't created in grand occasions. It's built one tomorrow at a time, one choice, one embrace, one I'm still here every single day. Sometimes I wonder if you realize what you've given me. You didn't just give me love, you gave me hope, you gave me peace, you gave me something I never knew I needed. A reason to be excited about mornings, a reason to believe the best chapters of life are still ahead. You didn't change tomorrow, you changed how I see it. One day, we'll look back on these moments, the ordinary evenings, the spontaneous laughter, the quiet conversations before sleep. We'll realize they were never ordinary at all. They were the foundation of a beautiful life. I hope that decades from now, we're still making plans for tomorrow, still dreaming together, still smiling at each other across the room, still saying I love you as if it were the first time. Because love like this doesn't grow old, it grows deeper, richer, more beautiful with every passing year. Part of tomorrow is you. Best part of tomorrow. The best part of tomorrow. The best part of tomorrow is you. The dream I never wanna wake up from, the home my heart searched for all its life, the blessing I'll never stop thanking heaven for. The best part of tomorrow is you. Not because tomorrow is guaranteed, but because every tomorrow we share becomes another priceless memory. And if I could choose the future 1,000 times, I'd still choose the one that begins beside you. So if anyone ever asks me what gives me hope, I'll smile, because hope has your eyes, hope has your laughter, hope has your kindness, hope has your heart. You are the reason I believe tomorrow will always hold something beautiful. Not because life will always be easy, but because love like yours makes even difficult days worth facing. Thank you for being my brightest sunrise, my safest place, my sweetest dream, and my greatest blessing. Because after everything life has taught me, I've discovered one beautiful truth: the future doesn't frighten me anymore, as long as you're in it. Because the best part of tomorrow has always been and will always be you. I used to believe I had everything under control. My life had its rhythm, its routines, its quiet victories. I wasn't searching for anyone. I wasn't waiting for love. In fact, I had convinced myself that I didn't need it. I told myself I was happy, complete, enough. And maybe I was, until you arrived. Because sometimes life doesn't show us what's missing until it finally places it in our hands. Before you, every day looked almost the same. Wake up, chase another goal, celebrate another achievement, go to sleep, repeat. It wasn't a bad life, it just felt unfinished, like a melody missing its final note. I couldn't explain the feeling, I simply accepted it, thinking that maybe this was what adulthood looked like. A life full of responsibilities with just enough happiness to keep moving. Then you appeared and suddenly everything I thought was complete revealed the spaces only you could fill. It's amazing how one person can answer questions you never knew your heart was asking. You didn't arrive with promises, you didn't try to change me. You simply showed up with your kindness, your patience, your laughter that somehow made ordinary moments unforgettable. You listened when no one else noticed, I needed someone to listen. You stayed when I expected people to leave. You believed in me on days when I struggled to believe in myself. And little by little, you became a part of my day. day I look forward to most. Without realizing it, you became my peace. I didn't know I needed you until you arrived. Until your smile became my favorite reason to look up. Until your voice became my favorite sound. Until your presence made the world feel light. I didn't know I needed you until you arrived. And now I can't imagine the story of my life without you written into every chapter. Love didn't change my life overnight. It changed it one ordinary moment at a time. You made mornings brighter, long drives shorter, rainstorms more beautiful. You taught me that happiness isn't always found in extraordinary events. Sometimes it's sitting beside the right person without saying a word. Sometimes it's sharing a laugh over something no one else would understand. Sometimes love isn't loud, it's wonderfully quiet, and somehow that's what makes it unforgettable. If I could go back and meet the person I used to be, I'd smile, because they had no idea what was waiting for them. They thought they had already experienced life's greatest joys, but they hadn't met you yet. They didn't know that one conversation, one smile, one unexpected hello could become the beginning of their favorite story. And perhaps that's the beauty of life. Its greatest gifts often arrive unannounced. Now when I think about tomorrow, I don't picture destinations, I picture moments, watching sunsets together, laughing until our cheeks hurt. Holding your hand on quiet evening walks, growing older while still finding new reasons to fall in love with you, because you've changed what forever means to me. Forever is an endless time. It's choosing the same person every single day, and somehow loving them even more than the day before. I didn't know I needed you until you arrived. Until your heart found mine. Until your love became my safest place. Until your presence turned ordinary days into treasured memories. I didn't know I needed you until you arrived. But now that you're here, I never want to remember what life felt like before you, because you didn't just become part of my world, you became the very reason it feels complete. So if you ever wonder what you truly mean to me, know this: you weren't someone I was searching for. You were someone life knew I needed before I ever did. You arrived quietly, without fanfare, without warning, yet somehow you changed everything. You reminded me that the best blessings are often the unexpected ones. Ooh, the ones we never planned for, the ones we never see coming. And if life gave me 1,000 chances to begin again, I'd still hope for the same unexpected moment. The moment you walked into my life, because that was the day I discovered something beautiful. I didn't know I needed you until you arrived. I've always loved stories, the kind that stay with you long after you've reached the final page, the kind that make you laugh, cry, and somehow leave you a different person than when they found you. But every story has one thing in common: eventually, it ends. And for the longest time I made peace with that, until I met you. Because suddenly, for the first time in my life, I found a chapter I never want to end. Before you, my life felt like a collection of unfinished pages. Some chapters were beautiful, others were difficult. A few I'd rather not read again. But each one taught me something: how to let go, how to begin again, how to survive the moments that felt impossible. And then, just when I thought I understood how my story would go, you appeared, quietly, unexpectedly, like a sentence I didn't know my heart had been waiting to read. Maybe that's what love is, not rewriting someone's story, but becoming the best part of it. I love the life we're creating, not because it's perfect, but because it's ours. It's found in the little things, the conversations that last longer than they should, the laughter that echoes through ordinary days, the moments that seem insignificant until you realize they've become memories. Every day with you feels like another page worth keeping, and if I'm honest, I find myself looking forward to chapters that haven't even been written yet. The adventures, the quiet mornings, the years we'll someday look back on and call our favorite, because somehow you've made me excited about a future I haven't seen. You're the chapter I never want to end, the page I keep reading over and over again, the story I'll never grow tired of telling. You're the chapter I never want to end, because loving you feels less like a moment and more like a lifetime unfolding one beautiful page at a time. If someone had told me years ago that one person could change the entire direction of my story, I wouldn't have believed them. But here we are. You turn my ordinary into extraordinary, my questions into answers, my waiting into belonging. And perhaps that's my favorite thing about us. You didn't save me. You simply reminded me that life still had beautiful things waiting ahead. And sometimes, that's even better. I wonder if books feel sadness when they reach their final page. If stories somehow know they've become important to the people reading them. Because if they do, then I hope ours knows this. It mattered. It changed me. It taught me that love isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding the person you'd happily spend every chapter beside. And for me, that person will always be you. I hope years from now, we're still adding pages to this story, still laughing at the same jokes, still reaching for each other's hand without thinking, still choosing each other in all the quiet ways that matter most. And when we're old and surrounded by memories, I hope we look at one another and smile, because we'll know something no one else does. We'll know how the story began. We'll know every chapter, every challenge, every beautiful moment in between. And what a privilege that would be. You're the chapter I never want to end, my favorite beginning, my favorite middle, and somehow my favorite forever. You're the chapter I never want to end, because some stories deserve happy endings, and others deserve to go on for as long as possible. I hope ours is the second kind. So if you ever ask me what you mean to me, I'll tell you this. You are the chapter I reread on difficult days, the part of my story I speak about with gratitude, the unexpected plot twist that made everything better. And if life handed me the pen and asked me to write my story all over again, I'd still write you into every single page, because out of all the chapters life could have given me, you will always be my favorite, and And if I'm lucky, you'll be the one that never ends.
Do you ever think about how close we came to never meeting? A different decision, a different city, a different moment in time, and our paths might have remained strangers forever. It's a thought that both amazes and terrifies me, because out of the billions of people in this world, somehow life led me to you. And sometimes, late at night, I can't help but wonder if this was always meant to happen. If somewhere, long before we ever knew each other's names, the universe already knew we'd meet someday. I like to imagine there's an invisible thread connecting people who are meant to find one another. A thread that stretches across countries, across years, across every missed opportunity and unexpected turn. And no matter how tangled life becomes, it never breaks.
Maybe ours began long before we were born. Maybe it was there on the days we felt alone, quietly reminding us to keep going, to keep believing, to trust that one day someone would arrive and make all of it make sense. And maybe that someone was always you.
Living my life, you were somewhere out there living yours, completely unaware that one day you'd become one of the most important people in mine.
There was a time when we existed in separate worlds. You had your stories, I had mine. You celebrated birthdays I never knew about. I carried dreams you'd never heard. We laughed, we cried, we survived days that would one day become memories. And through it all, the distance between us slowly disappeared. Not because we were moving toward each other, but because life was every choice, every heartbreak, every unexpected detour. It was all leading here, to this moment, to us. The universe knew we'd meet someday. Even when we didn't, even when we were still strangers living separate lives. The universe knew we'd meet someday.
And perhaps that's why nothing ever felt quite complete before you. Because some hearts are written into each other's stories long before the first chapter begins. Have you ever noticed how stars never seem to rush? They simply exist, patiently, knowing exactly where they belong. I think love is like that. It doesn't always arrive when we want it to, but somehow it always arrives when it's supposed to. And maybe that's why I don't regret the waiting, because if waiting led me to you, then I would do it all over again.
Every lonely day, every unanswered question, every moment spent wondering if love would ever find me. Because now I know it was never lost, it was simply taking its time. Sometimes I think the universe has a sense of poetry. How else do you explain two people finding each other in a world this large? How else do you explain the feeling of meeting someone and instantly feeling less alone? You didn't feel new, you felt remembered, like my heart had spent years carrying a place for you without ever realizing it.
And when you arrived, everything inside me whispered, there you are. I don't know if soulmates are real, but if they are, I think they've met more than once. I think they found each other across 1,000 different lifetimes.
lifetime. The story begins the same way, with two people looking at each other and feeling something they can't explain.
Something that sounds a lot like home.
The universe knew we'd meet someday, long before our first conversation, long before our first goodbye, long before we understood what we would be becoming to each other. The universe knew we'd meet someday.
And somehow, against impossible odds, it was right. So if you ever wonder whether this was an accident, I don't think it was. I think the universe spent years arranging moments we would never notice, guiding us through lives we didn't fully understand, leading us toward a day that would change everything. And maybe that's the most beautiful thing about all of this. Not that we found each other, but that we were always going to. Because out of everyone in this world, out of every place we could have been, out of every version of our lives, we still ended up here, together. And perhaps that's all the proof I'll ever need, that the universe knew we'd meet someday. Do you ever think about how close we came to never meeting? A different decision, a different city, a different moment in time, and our paths might have remained strangers forever. It's a thought that both amazes and terrifies me, because out of the billions of people in this world, somehow life led me to you. And sometimes, late at night, I can't help but wonder if this was always meant to happen. If somewhere, long before we ever knew each other's names, the universe already knew we'd meet someday. I like to imagine there's an invisible thread connecting people who are meant to find one another. A thread that stretches across countries, across years, across every missed opportunity and unexpected turn. And no matter how tangled life becomes, it never breaks.
Maybe ours began long before we were born. Maybe it was there on the days we felt alone, quietly reminding us to keep going, to keep believing, to trust that one day someone would arrive and make all of it make sense. And maybe that someone was always you.
That while I was living my life, you were somewhere out there living yours, completely unaware that one day you'd become one of the most important people in mine.
There was a time when we existed in separate worlds. You had your stories, I had mine. You celebrated birthdays I never knew about. I carried dreams you'd never heard. We laughed, we cried, we survived days that would one day become memories. And through it all, the distance between us slowly disappeared. Not because we were moving toward each other, but because life was every choice, every heartbreak, every unexpected detour. It was all leading here, to this moment, to us. The universe knew we'd meet someday, even when we didn't, even when we were still strangers living separate lives. The universe knew we'd meet someday.
And perhaps that's why nothing ever felt quite complete before you. first chapter begins. Have you ever noticed how stars never seem to rush? They simply exist, patiently, knowing exactly where they belong. I think love is like that. It doesn't always arrive when we want it to, but somehow it always arrives when it's supposed to. And maybe that's why I don't regret the waiting, because if waiting led me to you, then I would do it all over again.
Every lonely day, every unanswered question, every moment spent wondering if love would ever find me. Because now I know it was never lost, it was simply taking its time. Sometimes I think the universe has a sense of poetry. How else do you explain two people finding each other in a world this large? How else do you explain the feeling of meeting someone and instantly feeling less alone? You didn't feel new, you felt remembered, like my heart had spent years carrying a place for you without ever realizing it.
And when you arrived, everything inside me whispered, there you are. I don't know if soulmates are real, but if they are, I think they've met more than once. I think they found each other across 1,000 different lifetimes.
Under different names, under different places, again and again and again. And maybe in every lifetime, the story begins the same way, with two people looking at each other and feeling something they can't explain.
Something that sounds a lot like home.
The universe knew we'd meet someday, long before our first conversation, long before our first goodbye, long before we understood what we would be coming to each other. The universe knew we'd meet someday.
And somehow, against impossible odds, it was right. So if you ever wonder whether this was an accident, I don't think it was. I think the universe spent years arranging moments we would never notice, guiding us through lives we didn't fully understand, leading us toward a day that would change everything. And maybe that's the most beautiful thing about all of this. Not that we found each other, but that we were always going to. Because out of everyone in this world, out of every place we could have been, out of every version of our lives, we still ended up here, together. And perhaps that's all the proof I'll ever need, that the universe knew we'd meet someday.
For the longest time I was searching in crowded places, searching in conversations that led nowhere, searching in people who were never meant to stay. I spent years believing that if I just tried hard enough, I'd eventually find the kind of love people write songs about. But love has a strange sense of humor, because it always seems to arrive the moment you stop waiting at the door. And that's exactly what happened to me. I found love when I stopped looking. There was a time when I thought love was a destination, something you could chase, something you could plan for. So I did what everyone told me to do. I put myself out there. I kept hoping, I kept believing. And every time something didn't work out, I told myself, maybe next time. But eventually, even hope grows tired. And somewhere along the way, I made peace with the idea that perhaps some stories weren't meant for me. So I stopped searching, not because I stopped believing, but because I finally learned how to be okay on my own.
Funny, isn't it? How life waits until you're finally at peace with being alone, before introducing you to the person who changes everything. You weren't part of the plan. Then again, neither was any of this. I wasn't trying to impress anyone when we met. I wasn't looking for signs from the universe. I wasn't waiting for a miracle. I was simply living my life. And then you appeared, quietly, unexpectedly, without warning. And somehow you felt familiar, like a song I'd heard before, like a memory my heart had been carrying long before my mind understood why. I found love when I stopped looking, when I finally stopped chasing what was never meant for me. Oh, I found love when I stopped looking, and suddenly all the waiting made sense. Because some things aren't found, they're given. And somehow, life gave me you. If we'd met a few years earlier, I'm not sure we would have recognized each other. I was still learning who I was, still trying to heal parts of myself I didn't know were broken. And maybe you were doing the same, but life has a way of getting the timing right. Even when we don't understand it, it waits, patiently, quietly, until we're finally ready for the things we've been asking for all along. And maybe that's why you feel different, because you didn't arrive when I wanted you to. You arrived when I needed you to. Sometimes I think about all the roads that led me here, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the people who left at the time I thought they were endings. Now I see they were directions. They were life gently guiding me toward this moment, toward you. And for the first time, I don't resent the journey, because every wrong turn somehow led me home. You know what's beautiful? I had stopped imagining forever. I had stopped wondering what it would feel like to build a life with someone. And then you changed that. Now, I catch myself thinking about years from now, about shared mornings, about inside jokes, about growing old beside someone who still makes me smile after all this time. You made me believe in possibilities again, and that's a gift I'll never stop being grateful for. I found love when I stopped looking, when I stopped asking, when will it happen? And started asking, how can I make the most of today? I found love when I stopped looking, and in doing so, I found you, the person I didn't know I was waiting for. The answer to a question my heart had been asking for years. So if anyone ever asks me where I found love, I won't tell them to search harder. I won't tell them to wait for perfect timing. I'll simply tell them this: live your life, become the person you're meant to be. Learn how to be happy in your own company. And then one day, when you're least expecting it, love will find you, just like it found me. Because sometimes the best things in life don't arrive when we're searching for them. They arrive when we finally stop, and perhaps that's the secret. I found love when I stopped looking, and somehow it was worth every moment of the wait.
I've heard a lot of beautiful things in my life. The sound of rain against a window on a quiet evening, the ocean meeting the shore, a crowd cheering after good news, a favorite song playing unexpectedly on the radio. And yet, none of them compare to you. Because somewhere between our first conversation and all the ones that followed, your voice became my favorite sound. I don't know if you remember it, but I do. The first time I heard your voice, it wasn't dramatic. The world didn't stop spinning, the stars didn't suddenly shine brighter. But something happened, something small, something quiet, something my heart noticed long before I did. There was comfort in your voice, warmth, the kind that makes difficult days feel a little less heavy. And before I understood what was happening, I found myself wanting to hear it again and again and again. It's funny how certain sounds become part of us. How a single voice can feel more like home than an entire city. I love the way your voice changes when you're excited, the way it softens when you're tired, the way you laugh in the middle of a sentence when something genuinely makes you happy. I love the pauses, the stories, even the moments when you don't know what to say. Because somehow, every version of your voice feels like a gift. You don't realize it, but you've become part of my routine. You're the good morning I look forward to, the conversation that makes long days feel shorter, the voice I replay in my mind when the world becomes too loud. And honestly, I think that's a beautiful thing. Your voice is my favorite sound, more comforting than the rain, more familiar than my favorite song, more beautiful than words could ever explain. Your voice is my favorite sound, because no matter where I am, hearing you always feels like coming home. Some of my favorite memories don't have photographs, they have conversations. The late night talks that lasted longer than they were supposed to. The moments when neither of us wanted to say goodbye. The comfortable silence that somehow never felt empty. People underestimate conversations, but I don't. Because entire lives can change because of a few words spoken at the right time. Mine certainly did. And if I had known that one voice would become such an important part of my life, I think I would have listened even more carefully that first day. Sometimes, I wonder if you know the effect you have on me. If you realize that your voice can turn a difficult day into a manageable one. That hearing you laugh has become one of my favorite parts of being alive. That there are moments when life feels overwhelming, and then you speak, and somehow everything becomes a little easier. That's your magic. You've never needed to move mountains, you've only ever needed to say my name. I hope years from now, I still get excited when I hear your voice. I hope it still has the same effect on me. I hope I still find myself smiling halfway through our conversations. And I hope that when we're old and the years have changed us both, your voice still feels like my favorite place to rest. Because if I'm fortunate enough to spend a lifetime loving you, then I think I'd like to spend it listening. Listening to your stories, your laughter, your dreams, and every I love you in between. Your voice is my favorite sound, the soundtrack to my happiest memories. The melody my heart never grows tired of, the one thing I could listen to for the rest of my life. Your voice
Time steals pieces of my memory. I hope it leaves me this. The way you laugh, the way you say my name, the way your voice somehow makes the world feel softer. So if you ever wonder what I love most about you, it isn't just your smile, or your kindness, or the way you make ordinary moments extraordinary. It's this, your voice, the one that found me when I needed it most, the one that taught me that comfort can exist in another person, the one that became my favorite sound in a world full of noise. And after all this time, I have a feeling it always will be.
It's always been you from the very start. Take your time, baby. From the moment our eyes met across the crowded room, something deep inside me knew you'd chase away the gloom. Every laugh, every glance, every word you softly spoke planted seeds of forever. Now my heart is wide awake. Through the ordinary days and the storms that come my way, I found my purpose in your smile, in the love you give each day. You're the woman I was meant to love, written in the stars above. Every road I've traveled led me straight into your arms. Soul to soul, heart to heart, you're my forever song. You're the woman I was meant to love, where I truly belong. Your gentle strength, your quiet fire, the way you see my soul. You turn my broken pieces into something strong and whole. In your eyes I see my future, in your touch I feel at home. With you I found the kind of love I never thought I'd know. Through the ordinary days and the storms that come my way, I found my purpose in your smile, in the love you give each day. You're the woman I was meant to love, written in the stars above. Every road I've traveled led me straight into your arms. Soul to soul, heart to heart, you're my forever song. You're the woman I was meant to love, where I truly belong. Remember those long walks under the evening sky, talking about our dreams as the hours passed us by. You held my hand through the doubts and defeats, wiped away my tears and replaced them with years of joy. Through the ordinary days and the storms that come my way, I found my purpose in your smile, in the love you give each day. No more searching, no more wondering, my journey ends with you. morning coffee shared in silence, your head upon my chest, whispers of tomorrow, knowing we are truly blessed. Through the highs and through the lows, your love remains the truth, growing deeper with each season. This is our eternal youth. Through the ordinary days and the storms that come my way, I found my purpose in your smile, in the love you give each day. Even when the world gets busy and the days feel long and gray, one touch from you brings the sunshine, chases all the gray away. You're the calm within my chaos, the rhythm in my rhyme. Loving you is the best part of my story every time. There's love written in the stars above. Every road I've traveled led me straight in to your arms. Soul to soul, heart to heart, heart to heart, forever song. You're the woman I was meant to love, where I truly belong. Woman I was meant to love you, baby. My forever, my always, my everything true. Soul to soul, heart to heart, heart to heart, I thank God for you. You're the one, yeah. You're the woman I was meant to love.